Are your manifestations not coming true? Chances are you are afraid of what you're seeking. My name is Mashida Shabazz, and I've been practicing yoga for many years and lived in a monastic ashram. And now I live building spiritual, intentional communities around the world. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to attract at will what you need by using a simple process given from the Bible itself. All right, so I want to start this video off with the quote, "Ask and ye shall receive, seek and ye shall find, knock and the door shall be opened unto you." Now, what this means is that when we truly ask for something, we are going to receive it no matter what. So if you're thinking, yes, that's what I'm doing, I'm manifesting, I'm visualizing, I'm trying to attract what I need, but here is a caveat. Most of the time, when we are asking for something, when we are desiring something, we are afraid of that which we are asking for. And I have found this in my own life to be true as well. Many times when I've asked for changes in my life, or I've wanted to, let's say, be successful with an online coaching business, but I realized that I had fears with content, I had fears with my self-expression, and this held me back from getting what I want. See, the thing is, God wants you to be successful no matter what. You are his child, he loves you, and the reason why you're not successful is because you are struggling to love yourself and to accept yourself and to accept everything that comes with what you're asking for. And so we need to first be careful that we are clear in what we're asking for. And so the first step in this is to sit and quiet the mind in meditation. When we sit in meditation, we're able to calm our thoughts and to get really clear and centered on what it is that we're asking for, and is it something that we truly need. And once we do this process and we can confirm that this is indeed what we need, then we can move on to the next step. And an easy way to know if this is the feeling of what you need is you should feel a calmness and a peace around the thing that you're asking for. So if you're sitting in meditation, you're asking for, I need a new car, and you feel calm about it, you feel centered in it, you truly need it, it's not just a want, then you know that it's something that is okay to ask for from God and to pursue and to attract it to yourself, to manifest it. And most people skip this step and they just start asking for this, asking for that, and it just creates chaos because it's not centered in truth. It's not centered in what they truly need. And manifestation is about attracting what you need, not what you want. I know this is not something taught often in the manifestation space, but this is the truth, and we should embody it to increase our powers in manifestation. Once you're clear in what you need, the next step, the next phase is acceptance. Acceptance for allowing God to work in his mysterious ways to bring this desire to you, and in whatever way he chooses to, not trying to have any control, not trying to bring your ego into it. It has to come to me like this because God does it his way, and his way is the best way. And just to share a beautiful story about this recently in my life, actually. So my wife just recently came over from Colombia. We're in the process of the marriage green card, and I had the thought like, oh, it'd be so nice to spend our winter in Hawaii, because the previous years I've always visited her in Colombia or in South America, so we've always had that nice tropical weather, and I wanted to kind of continue that spirit because it's wonderful to be somewhere warm during the winter for the fruits in our lifestyle. And I had the desire, I felt calm, I felt that it was centered, and then I just gave it back to God. I let go of it and accepted whatever he had for me based off what I asked of him. And just weeks ago, I was attending a Zoom conference as a panelist, and after this Zoom meeting, I received an email about a lady who attended, and she wanted to get in contact with me. And lo and behold, she had landed in Hawaii and wanted to invite my wife and I out there to help her develop it for some time. And I was just like, wow, this is amazing, because I let go and almost kind of forgot about the Hawaii thing. I made other plans for the winter to, just work with what I have been given. And again, lo and behold, God brought this opportunity, satisfied this desire. He gave us this gift that I was asking for. And so it's just so beautiful, because in so many times our life is full of these experiences. I'm sure you have had many of these too, where just miraculous things have happened, where you may have asked, you may have thought of something you wanted and kind of forgot about it, and God answered you later. And there's a beautiful, I don't remember the quote word for word, so I'll just paraphrase it, but Paramahansa Yogananda shares that everything you have asked of from God, he writes in his heart, and he will answer you in his time. So just think to that. Every single thing you have asked for from God, he will answer you. Every prayer you have asked, he will respond. And it's important to have trust. That's part of the acceptance, is to have trust that God will answer you and that he has heard your prayer. If you don't believe that, if you don't have faith in that, then your manifestation may still come to pass, but there'll be so much unneeded worries, anxieties, fears around it in this process, as opposed to just trusting in the Lord and letting go, because it's so important that we do that. And the third step, the third phase of this is aligned action. So aligned action is something that kind of happens more spontaneously. We should be clear into what sort of actions can we take to be a channel to bring about this manifestation. And sometimes the actions we can take are more metaphysical, where they're just more meditations and affirmations. Sometimes the actions we can take are more physically oriented, like looking for a job or doing research on different cars, right? And seeing what comes up on listings, and then God will pop out that magic one that's perfect for you. We all know in the moment of what we can or cannot do if we're open and receptive to the endless possibilities and the ways in which he can work, because normally they're fairly clear in terms of what we can do and the efforts we can make. And if we're striving to do our part, we can be assured that God is already doing his part. And so many times we are the ones who close off the channel. It's important to remember God is abundance itself. God is unending prosperity, unending joy, and he is constantly giving us out, radiating this throughout the whole universe and every atom of space. And it is us who close ourselves off to that. It's us who close our eyes and complain that it's dark. It's not true. It's our own making of this reality. And so when we shift our consciousness from that place of fears, limitations, lack, towards abundance, divinity, prosperity, we will attract, because we are living in that consciousness and we are most attuned to God and his blessings as that channel. And I touched upon this in the very beginning, and I just kind of want to wrap up this video. I want to make it kind of short. Touch back again upon the need for us to remove the fears we have around what we're trying to manifest. Because oftentimes it is true that, the greatest thing that we desire is also the greatest thing that we fear. And most of the times, the best version of ourselves is also kind of something that we fear, because we fear those challenges that mold us, that help us to grow and help us to blossom into that beautiful flowers of divine qualities, that beautiful expression that we all feel within us, that we're here to manifest. Because the thing to understand is that God didn't make sorrow. God didn't make troubles and suffering and challenges to torment us, but to allow us to be heroes in our own story, to conquer adversity, to conquer limitations, to rise above all delusions, and to be a living testimony to the power of truth, to the spirit that is dwelling within all of us. And so when we're trying to manifest something, we're trying to bring what we need into this very moment with our willpower, we must not accept no for an answer. We must shake the earth for what we need, because God has it for all of us. We just need to ask. And if you ask, you will get what you need, because God wants you to be successful.